Hey, this is EZ for my latest sponsor, ExpressVPN. You know, Netflix has different content available to users depending on where they're located. Netflix has thousands of shows, but you can only get access to a fraction of that because of where you are. If you're utilizing Netflix without using ExpressVPN, it's like paying for a gym membership, but only being able to use the treadmill. So how does this work? ExpressVPN lets you change your online location so you can control where you want Netflix to think you're located. They have almost 100 different server locations, so you can gain access to thousands of new shows. I'm talking like Star Trek, the original series on UK Netflix, Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Canadian Netflix, Rick and Morty on French Netflix, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Indian Netflix, the Harry Potter movie series on Australian Netflix. The list goes on and on. In the EZ household, we utilize ExpressVPN, and we've unlocked so much content that my family and myself can enjoy. But then you might be like, Eric, we can use other VPNs. No. Listen, blazing fast speeds, stream in HD with zero buffering, compatible with all of your devices, phones, laptops, media consoles, smart TVs, and more. And it encrypts your data. ExpressVPN has the added benefit of encrypting your data so you can browse the web securely. Look, be smart. Stop paying full price for streaming services and only getting access to a fraction of their content. Get your money's worth at expressvpn.com/Zane. Don't forget to use my link at expressvpn.com/Zane to get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome in. The Eric Zane Show podcast is underway. So glad you are here, and a couple of adjustments going on. Making my head hurt. Welcome. Hello, each and every one of you, to the Eric Zane Show podcast from the Impact Power Sports studio. Impact Power Sports, found at impactpowersportsmi.com. I took 40 milligrams of prednisone today, and this is a good thing. I know some of you armchair physicians have informed me that you know more than my doctor. And frankly, you sicken me with the boldness that you blurt out what my problem is. The cervical radiculopathy, which is what it is known as, technically it is a pinched nerve in my neck, is causing me all sorts of issues. And to this audience, a few people in particular, David, Joe Martinez, and Kenny, they have said that they are more in tune with my physician, or than my physician, that they know more than my doctor. They said, no. The shooting pain that goes down your arm and makes your whole hand numb, that has been ailing you, your doctor is in on a conspiracy. And I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, yeah. You see, Big Pharma has him paid off. So it's up to him to make sure that you get addicted to drugs. So that's what, and you're making a huge mistake, Easy. So don't trust your doctor and trust us. You need to go down the street to Roy's Chiropractor Exchange and have him twist your neck. That's what people... Now, these are all people from different walks of life. You got Joe Martinez, who is skilled trades. You got David, the arts. And Kenny, poverty. Though they're from different walks of life, they have figured me out and my health issues. That's remarkable that they've all come to the same conclusions to actually figure that out. So that's quite impressive. But I'm going to continue to run out the ground ball with my physician. I know that I'm crazy. I'm a complete idiot because I am going with what my physician has suggested. Tyler, being hilarious, says, you should be taking 40 milligrams of chiropractor hands. I see what you did there. No. So I should start. I didn't. I got the medicine yesterday, and then the pharmacist, she goes, easy. Don't take these tonight because it's going to get you all jacked up. That's what the prednisone does. You're going to be running around the neighborhood like a psycho. Blue State Rob says, are you going to your general physician, general practitioner, or a specialist? Right now, I'm going to my family doctor, but he's going to be passing me off before too long to the specialist because they got to get. He ordered an MRI after the show yesterday. He said, "All right, easy. I'm sending you more medicine. Let's get you out of that pain, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to get an MRI. We're going to get a look at that damn thing, and then we're going to make a determination as to what's up." But it's so screwed up. It's affecting my livelihood. So I'm like, look, dude, I don't care what you got to do for me. I just want a few days of relief. That's all I want. So I go up to the pharmacist. She goes, easy. Don't you dare take this tonight. And I go, okay. I'll wait it out. David says, I design buildings. Is that the arts? Wait a minute. I thought David in Hudsonville was the guy on the radio. Isn't that the guy on the radio, David in Hudsonville? Or am I getting my audience members mixed up? Wasn't there a dude who worked for like the local public broadcasting? Okay, I got you mixed up with Limbaugh then. I thought you were like someone else. Okay. Yesterday I went to my grandson's recital. You know, he goes to the school, and this is like all the school gets together and they sing for the parents. Donut Dan says, easy. Did the doc say you have COVID? Shut up, Dan, or I'm not going to send you your audio. I went to the recital. Kids sing. Everybody has a good time. It's awesome. I'm feeling shooting pain going down my arm into my hand. A little cranky. I'm walking around the lobby of the local church. That's where they have the big recital at. It's one of these churches that's the size of like where the New England Patriots play. You ever see these churches? They're called mega churches. And they've got like state-of-the-art everything. You know, they take your money and then they invest it back in the building. Which, you know, I mean, I don't know. If it's me, I might want to. I mean, I understand you're going to improve the experience, but this is a rock band church. So we go in there and it still smells like burning guitars from the previous days, from the Sunday service. And literally, they're like, oh, Jesus, Jesus. And then John and Jennison is the guitar player for the rock band church. And then he lights his guitar on fire, and then he plays it, and then he extinguishes it by sticking the guitar in his belly button. It's unbelievable. You walk into there, and it still smells like burning guitar. It's incredible. So kids show up, they sing. It's like there's a Spanish immersion, so then all the kids come out, they sing the songs in Spanish. I'm like, yes, all right, I love that. That's great. That should be our national language. Hey, by the way, sorry about the camera. Lately, I think I need a new camera because it's been going in and out of focus. So I think there's a new camera in my future here on the Eric Zane Show podcast. All right. I don't have the budget of this mega church that we were at. And they've got like, you look and there's like cameras on booms. The place is incredible. And so getting ready to walk in, and I hear Eric Zane, and I look, and a guy I don't know, but he seems real friendly to me, and forgot his name. I got his business card. He's an HVAC guy. And he says to me, I know you got Joe Martinez. Let's see. Geertz. Is it Geertz? HVAC? Yeah, that's it. Tim Geertz is his name. And he gives me his card, and it's HVAC. And I'm like, look, I can't take this. I can't take your I've got a guy. He goes, I know you've got Joe Martinez. Everybody knows that you've got the Martinez thing. He goes, but just in case. I go, well, I'm not going to have a problem. I mean, my man's got an army of people to help him out. Hell, his granddaughters are like 4 years old and a day old. They could actually probably install better than anybody. Chris says he's an HVAC guy, so he's a medical professional. He could be the health director of Ottawa County. And then this guy, Tim, says to me, he goes, look, I want you to know that I'm on your side politically, easy. So we got rid of Lucy Ebel. That's good. And I'm an Ottawa County resident here. And I go, that's awesome. So people walking up to me on the street saying that they love the whole Ottawa County thing. What a dramatic period of time this has been. Jeremy asks Tim Kuipers, how is Zeke doing? Chris says seating capacity for mega church 80,000 probably. All right, let's get into it. The top story. Attention, City of Warren, because that's where this one started. Tension in the City of Warren. Tension.
Tension in the City of Warren. This is Easy on 89.1 WPHS.
We're going to tear it up.
The favorite songs
from your favorite artists. 2 hours.
We've got 2 hours.
8 till 10 p.m.
I'm going to want to hear those phone calls.
751 FM 89 is the number.
Let's hear your suggestions. Let's start it off right away with Run DMC, Together Forever.
1, 2, 1, 2, and I say.
That was LL Cool J on 89.1 WPHS. It's 20 past the hour of 8 in the City of Warren. I want to see those phone lines lighting up at 751 FM 89. You ask for Easy Rhyme, you talk to the main man.
That's right, you ask for Easy Rhyme, you'll talk to the main man.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince right here on 89.1 WPHS.
You ask for Easy Rhyme, you talk to the main man. And then after I play a couple of songs, I check back in.
Two Live Crew on 89.1 WPHS, your one and only rap station in the City of Warren. We're back after a long departure, 3.5 months to be exact.
3.5 months? That's almost like it's the whole summer vacation.
Two Live Crew on 89.1 WPHS, your one and only rap station in the City of Warren. We're back after a long departure, 3.5 months to be exact.
We're stuck on the runway for 3.5 months.
We're going to keep it going with Heavy D and the boys. 89.1 WPHS with the Public Enemy. We're going to keep it right here.
First of all, asshole, it's not the Public Enemy. It's Public Enemy. And I'm coming out of the Beastie Boys talking about the Public Enemy. Wait, what?
0.1 WPHS with the Public Enemy. We're going to keep it right here with Gonna Get Yours. That was 2 in a row by the Beastie Boys.
See, it's ass backwards. When the Beastie Boys song finishes, then you got to say, that's the Beastie Boys on 89.1. Here's Public Enemy. You don't go, come out of the Beastie Boys and say 89.1, the Public Enemy. Oh, by the way, that's the Beastie Boys, and here's the Public Enemy.
89.1 WPHS with the Public Enemy. We're going to keep it right here with Gonna Get Yours. That was 2 in a row by the Beastie Boys. Rock Hard, and She's on It. Now here's Public Enemy.
What the fuck? By the way, the song's called Rock Hard, and I go, rock hard. Rock hard. What an asshole. My God. I like this one because the MC Shy D song ends. And then I go, oh yeah, that's MC Shy D. And then it's like a record. It's like actually a record with a needle. And you know, the next song starts and it fucks me up bad. I love this. By the way, we've played these a billion times, and every time is the first time.
89.1 WPHS. That was MC Shy D. Before that, we had Run DMC Together Forever. We're going to keep it going with my main man, LL Cool J. I'm bad.
Oh, God. Oh, fucking shit. What an asshole. Fuck. Let's see. Let's do the math. 1986. 06, 16. Almost 40 years ago, right? 96, 06, 16, 26. 38 years ago. Ugh. All right. Well, anyway, the reason why I brought that up is because some cock in the city of Warren he's cruising on 8 Mile, and a cop pulls him over and says, all right, you're speeding. And then the cops go up and say, hey, man, license, registration, proof of insurance. And the guy peels out, and he takes off. And the cops chase him, and then the guy gets in a wreck, and he's dead. So in this case, what you do is you just blame the cops. And that seems to be what happened. Uh-oh. Hold on. I had it, and then now it's gone. This is one of those moments. Okay. You see on the headline, they should have stopped. Family reacts to fatal City of Warren police chase that ended in Detroit. I don't know. That's why I titled this podcast, you do have the option of not running away. Here's the story.
Tonight, with a family grieving after the deadly ending of a police chase. Thank you for joining us. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Brian Abel. Warren police say they were backing off when the suspect crashed and was thrown from his car.
What started as an attempted traffic stop in Warren took a tragic turn on Detroit's east side, where 7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cast picks up the story.
Well, family and friends gathered here at this corner not too long ago to remember their loved one. Tonight at the corner of Outer Drive in Anglin, family gathering to remember 24-year-old Jakar Knott, the man who died just hours earlier after being ejected from his car following a police chase and a rollover crash.
If you knew him, you would love him. That's all I can say.
I wouldn't love him if he went flying by me on 8 Mile.
My child was only 24 years old. He just started his life. He was a high school graduate. Yeah, he had some rough times.
All right. Anytime you have someone who's being remembered and they say, yeah, it wasn't an angel, or yeah, he had some rough times, or that's usually a bad sign. Okay? This is mom right here. Oh, she's
But he was
upset.
loved by everybody.
All right.
Warren police say the chase began in Warren near 8 Mile in Sherwood with an attempted traffic stop for speeding. The chase then continued into Detroit, where police say Knott eventually hit a curb, flipping the vehicle on Outer Drive.
Is he alive? Not. Oh.
Warren police say by then they were terminating the pursuit.
Our officers were backing off from the pursuit. Our officers were slowing down basically because of the speeds of the pursuit.
But neighbors say police weren't far behind and expressed concern over chases from Warren ending with accidents in Detroit.
The feel of the community is just basically pull back. Pull back. Is it that serious that you have to cause a whole life by chasing them?
I don't think the cops caused him to lose his life. And I that's why I'm playing the story, because I'm sick of that. That is such horse shit. You cannot blame the police for following the bad guy who's putting everybody's life at risk as he races down the street at a high rate of speed. There isn't any onus of responsibility on the person who was running from the cops in the first place. Well, I don't understand that. I've never quite been able to process that. Like, if my kid if Jackie said, "Fuck you, pigs," and took off and they were chasing her and then she got in a wreck, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, the fucking cops killed her."
It's just not worth it. I say just figure out another way to catch the person, but chasing people through these neighborhood streets is not safe.
Warren Police Commissioner
That's embarrassing.
Charles Rushton was asked about their policy.
And every police department does.
If I was chief of police, I would say, all right, no terminating chases. You have to stay in hot pursuit like fucking Boss Hogg and Roscoe. And I'm going to encourage you to shoot at the vehicle while you're driving. Okay? Like goddamn Dirty Harry or some shit. With one hand on the steering wheel and the other hand with the pistola. Just bam, bam, bam as you're driving.
They also have their own policies. The City of Warren's police department policy is that we judge each pursuit on a case-by-case basis.
But Knott's family, still distraught, wants more answers about what happened.
If they said, yeah, like this lady here who looks stoned, she said, "I want more answers." And then if I was the cop, I'd say, "What, on your hairstyle?" No. Okay. Well, the answer is it's all your son's fault.
If they was chasing him, they should have stopped.
Oh, shut up.
Deserve to die like that.
Yeah, so what happens if he crashes into a minivan with mom and 5 kids? Okay?
Warren police started the chase. Detroit police are now investigating the crash. On Detroit's east side, I'm Brett Cast, 7 News, Detroit.
Okay. I mean, I don't know why he would have ran in the first place, because it was simply hey, you were speeding. We don't know. Maybe he had warrants out for his arrest because, he had a rough time. I don't buy that shit. That's fucking ridiculous, in my opinion. Donut Dan, who's a cop, he's probably been involved in a high-speed pursuit or two of his in his history. No justice, no peace. Every time this happens, a family sues the city and wins every time. That only makes sense if the perp runs an intersection and hits and kills a family, which is kind of what I was suggesting there as well. Blue State Rob noticed that in the video with the door open on the cop car, it kind of looks like it says City of Warren for a split second. Tee-hee. Chris says Judge Dredd style for chasing the guy. Sir Bob says the chases need to continue like Sheriff Buford T. Justice chasing the bandit. Tim says, I'm not an angel, but I still know not to run from cops. Tim responds to Jeremy's question about how Zeke is doing. Tim writes, he is doing better. They have taken the tube out of his throat, extubated him, and he did well last night, but will still be in the pediatric intensive care unit for a while. Blue State Rob described that mom with probably the joke of the day. Again, if you're not watching the show, you might miss something like this. You can always go back in the show notes of the audio podcast and click the link to get this joke. But as mom was talking there, Blue State Rob says, how the fuck? I know it's a bright light, but how the fuck can Steve Urkel transitioning to a woman see? Maureen says, maybe wear a seatbelt if you're trying to outrun the cops at high speeds. Just a thought. So that's pretty much it. At the end of the day, you didn't have to run from the cops. And you can't expect anything but them to do their job. Because your asshole relative or asshole son that the dead guy is, he was putting the general public in at great risk. But everybody loses sight of that. They forget that. That's bullshit. You know? I'm thinking that if I croak today, that there'll be someone giving a eulogy like that, a impromptu eulogy, and say, yeah, he had some rough spots. But that's no way to die, or something like that. I want you to think about that. If I happen to croak today. Blue State Rob says the city of Warren will settle with the family to avoid a trial when they sue. And I know it's cliche, but it's so true. And Bob says it right there. Stupid games, stupid prizes. That's so fantastic. It's perfect. 4 words. Stupid games, stupid prizes. Stupid game, running from the cops. Stupid prize, death. I love that. Couldn't be more apt. That and fuck around and find out. I don't know which one I like more. There's even a bumper sticker. It's a graph. It says, and it's a slanted line, and the bottom line says fuck around, and then the vertical line says find out. And then there's a diagonal line of like how it's increasing in intensity. More and more people are using fuck around and find out. In fact, I was in Madison's car yesterday, that nearly 20-year-old Accord. My first new car I ever bought was the 07 Accord, and it's every family member's owned this car or driven this car at various points. And I was driving around the fucking thing again, and it's all fucked up now. And she's got all these bumper stickers, like where the airbag comes out. Not bumper stickers, just stickers. You know, it's a girl thing to do. And they're all like, one says coexist, and another one is gay people rule, and another one is the pride flag with the transgender diagonal thing in it, and then it's got love everybody and acceptance, accept the world, and then on the rearview mirror, it's got the logo for the Deathly Hallows, and then like a dream catcher. And there's all sorts of fucking stuffed animals on the dash. And here I am driving this fucking thing. And then amidst all of that, she's got a fuck around and find out sticker right there. So I'm like, you know, this is the least combative person on the planet with acceptance, coexist, Deathly Hallows, dream catcher. What do they call those things? Squishmallows all over the fucking place. Coexist, love, gay people rule the world. 69, muff to muff, scissor me timbers, and fuck around and find out. All on that area where the so if you're in the passenger seat of that car and you get in a wreck, you're going to get hit with all these stickers. And then you know the airbag hits you at 89 million miles an hour. So it's actually going to say fuck around and find out right on your face. Backwards. Maureen says IKR. I think that's what that says. I don't even know what that means. I know, right? Anyway. Maureen says she knows someone with a Doberman named Fafo. F-A, find out. Fafo. Fuck around, find out. Absolutely. Yesterday was day to finally get snow tires off of Diana's car. Now, this is fucked. Because when I bought that car, okay, I bought it in February and then in 22. So we had just turned 22. Buy the fucking car. And then the following winter, So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Right around November, I put snow tires on the car. So take the ones that came from the dealer off, put the snow tires on, and then put the all-season ones back on last summer. And then this winter, put the winter ones back on. And now I'm switching again. And there's only like 35,000 miles on the car. And I'm guessing like 20,000 of those miles are the factory tires. And the guy from Discount Tire, and this is a free one, if you go to Discount Tire, mention that I was talking about them because I love these people. The one on Canal in Granville. I go in there and the guy, I go, I want to put these all seasons back on. He goes, these fucking tires are shot. Easy. I go, they're not even 2 years old. Well, actually, they're a little more than 2 years old. But still, that's not. I go. I've had like 20,000 miles on these fucking things. And he goes, I know. In fact, come here. He takes me to the computer. He goes, these are these tires. He looks them up. He goes, they're not even rated. They're not even. They don't even have a mileage rating. Like the ones I'm going to sell you right now because you're not leaving here on these tires. You'll hit water, you'll hydroplane, and you're dead, okay? And then you're going to blame me. So I'm not letting you leave with these tires. He goes, the ones that you're going to buy, though, these ones are rated for 70,000 miles. You're going to buy these right now. And I go, all right. So I buy the fucking tires. And I'm like, what the fuck? How can you buy a brand new fucking car and the tires are that shitty? And he goes, well, these are a 19-inch tire. I go, well, I don't know. What does that even mean? He goes, they're a performance tire. So they wear fast. I go, I don't give a fuck. I mean, why would you buy a car if you're going to, why would you have a brand new car, you sell it, but you put shit tires on it? Fuck that. I go, I'm not mad at you, man. He goes, I know, Easy. Anyway, so that's all. That always hurts, you know. That's a lot of money for tires. Jesus. So then that's it. That ends. That's the story. I just wanted to bitch, get that off my chest because I'm a little light in the pocketbook, just like that, and I wasn't expecting it. And that's always a bitch. My God. But later on, now listen, I've got an up north trip planned, but there's a couple of nuances that I don't like. Next week on Thursday, I go up with Pooh Bear. I'm having a lot of people up there. My extended family, this is a yearly thing. And the place needs to look nice. I'm a little nervous. There's going to be a lot of people, a lot of dogs. It's nuts. It's a family reunion. Okay? Everybody gets up Friday. I get up Thursday, take care of what I need to take care of. And then I got to drive home for Friday. See, Dinah's going to follow me up in the truck, my truck, with the dogs because the dogs, I shouldn't say that. We're all going to drive up. So I'm going to have the RV. She's going to have the truck. We get there. And then on Friday, I come back home in the truck because I got a hockey game. Now, that's a Game 4 hockey game. If the Griffins sweep Milwaukee, all right, that means that game on Friday doesn't happen. Yesterday was the first game. They need to win and then win the next two to sweep. Tall order. They're playing a great team. And they won in Milwaukee. The next game isn't until Monday. But I'm like, oh, shit, yeah. Now, if they had lost that, if the Griffins lost last night, then there's a shot that they could get swept. Now, I don't want the team to lose, but if they're going to lose, I would prefer them getting swept so that I don't have to be back home here on Friday to leave my party, you know? Excuse me. In fact, I want to go over the highlights of the boys because it gives me a chance to hear Bob Kaiser goal calls which are, in my opinion, always so energetic and fun. Now, what's unique about Bob is he's an NHL announcer in the American Hockey League. He does these road games. Oops, something is playing that shouldn't be playing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that was a wormhole or what. What the hell was that? I'm trying to track down my problem. Something made a funky noise. All right, I don't know what the fuck it is. Molly describes it as the portal to hell. But Bob does these games alone. And that is... what the fuck am I hearing? I have no idea what that was. I keep hearing like a ringing noise. Ba 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 ba. I don't know what it is. Couldn't tell you. But I sure hope it stops. It's something coming to the computer. We don't know what. That's annoying. All right. I'm hoping that is no longer a problem. All I want to do is play Bob's hockey calls. Here we go.
Didier and the fans looking for a call, but no doubt that was a good non-call as the Griffins now have the puck right in front on the doorstep. Score! Carter Mazer, what a pass from Austin Zarnik. And the Griffins in a bang-bang play take a 1-0 lead at 4. Hockey zone, Admirals with the puck.
All right, so the Admirals get one back here.
Felber takes a look from the middle. Look out, break behind the defense. LaRue right in shot. Score.
Yeah, boy.
And Zach LaRue continues to have the red hot hand.
They are the affiliate of the Nashville Predators.
Milwaukee Admirals.
Second period. Come on, boys.
Griffins Marco Casper will play it. Now for Shimek. Left side.
2-on-1.
Move. They're 2-on-1. Here's Casper. For Aston Reese. He scores! Zach Aston Reese on
that
a
was
beautiful
pretty.
pass. Across from the left.
Pretty.
He had lost his stick, but he'll be able to retrieve it as the Admirals regroup at center ice. Back in they go. Here's a pass in front. Tomasino. A chance of the save and the rebound score.
Oh, it's 2-2.
It's 2-2. And there's another.
Now we go to the third period.
Now to Casper. Casper across the line. Dropped the puck off. Rafferty in front. Casper score! Marco Casper threads the needle from hole knocked away.
He went high on that fucking thing and he hit the crossbar. Ping!
The puck off. Rafferty in front. Casper score! Marco Casper threads the needle from hole knocked away.
Okay, now Milwaukee pulls the goalie, empty net. And so here you go.
Johansson ahead to Casper. He chipped it into the zone. L'Esperance with an empty net. Shoots and scores! Joe L'Esperance from down low near the right wing corner. Pucks it into the empty goal.
Yeah, buddy. Fuck yes. Okay, so they lead that 1-0. They play again, like I said, on Monday, and then they got a home game here in Grand Rapids on Wednesday and possibly Friday. Easy, hoping for the sweep. Kenny says, I love the way he says, scores! No, he's the man, Bobby Kaiser. He is the best. Kuipers says, great night for sports in Grand Rapids. And the reason why he says great night is because something else happened. Like the volleyball team won. And they now go to like the championship volleyball game in Omaha. Against who? I don't know. Now, I'll tell you honestly that I don't give a shit about the volleyball team. But it's worth mentioning. because those chicks have worked very hard to do that, and so that's good on them. If I worked for the team, I probably would care, but I don't. I'm just being honest. I have zero interest in the volleyball. If I went, I might start to like it. I don't know. I'm not ruling that out, but right now I'm just not really too keen on it in any way. Let's see. Cole says also your boy Calvin Pickard also got his first NHL playoff win at age 32 the other night. I love Pickard. Great guy. All right. I want you to hold right there because I got to go tinkle. You know how it is. Stand by and I will be back. Okay? I need you just to wait there. No. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, but that happens. You know, one-man show. Oh, shit. Jeremy says, which one of you is known as Free Beer's hair on Reddit? The profile picture is fucking hilarious. Yeah, on Reddit, the subreddit, the Free Beer Not Wing subreddit, there's a person that comments that goes by Free Beer's hair and has a silhouette or a side view profile of him with his stupid hair. And, but the big story is, oh my God. There's all this shit going down about Kelly Cheese. It is easily the most active, outside of when they talk about me on there, it is the most populated thread I have seen ever until as compared with maybe when Joe got fired or he retired or when I got fired. People were dogging her again, which I hate, and beating the shit out of her. And that kind of has taken hold. There's been a lot of ridiculous comments made about the poor gal, which I don't get. I hear a lot of comments about her, these accusations about how she carries herself on that show, and I just don't hear it that way. I think she's the most interesting person on that show. There have only been 3 interesting people on that show. EZ, Joe, and her. And I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm fucking great. But let's be honest here. No one else on that show sticks their neck out and ever says anything. The only people that ever either made it interesting or funny have been Joe, Eric, Kelly. That's it. That would be a great fucking show right there. Okay? And when you assholes drive her away from the show, because that's what one person's concern is, because you're breaking her fucking spirit, maybe that would happen. No, I wouldn't be able to work with Joe. I've got too many people that he's hurt, and I wouldn't. They'd kick my ass. I can't have that. But people are just murdering this poor girl. And she posted about it on Instagram yesterday. And, and then she ended up doing a dirty delete on the deal. But, I mean, just fucking give her a fucking break, for God's sake. She's having a hard enough time as it is. But it's downright ugly. Go there and check it out yourself if you want to see what type of shit these idiots are saying about her. Again, I've made it very, very clear. True, I make fun of the weirdo noises and the crispy R's, but those have to be made fun of. She would agree. If I cornered her, got a chance to talk and say, okay, we got to talk crispy R's. What's happening there? And to me, those are small faults compared to the big picture. If I could do a show with Kelly Cheese, I think it would be fucking great. Her and I. And she'd attack me and I'd attack her. And then before long, we're, beating the shit out of each other. Every day I finished with a busted nose and a black eye because she's like 3 feet taller than I am. She'd beat the shit out of me. Bob says, false. Voice of an angel. Okay, today is a Thursday. And you know what Thursdays are. It's a big fraud Thursday, for God's sake. Right around 6:15, Ben Glaze and myself will be featuring another episode of Who Are These Zanes? I have audio from Tennessee, year 2000. In fact, this is the tape. January 24th, Eric Zane and Billy Kidd, which was not supposed to be a morning show. But the fat fuck Phil Williams, who's still on the air today, could never come to work. He'd leave for weeks at a time. So we had to do a show, so we just renamed the goddamn show, and that fat bastard would go AWOL for extended time. Anyway, we will be doing Who Are These Zanes from the Knoxville era, and then we'll follow that up with another rip-roaring edition of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Now listen to me. You can get my Patreon for 7 days free. I know there's people on Facebook that are watching this and X and YouTube who don't normally pay attention to me. But if you're watching any of this and you think, you know what? It's listenable. I can handle it. I like it. And you want to check out what goes on Patreon, it's free. This is all you have to do. And this costs you nothing. You go to patreon.com/Eric Zane, patreon.com/Eric Zane. You sign up, all right, for the free trial. There's a spot on there. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's somewhere. And it says sign up for 7 days free. If you've never done this before, you can do it. If you've done it before, you can't. Sign up for 7 days free. You have to put in a payment form because what they're going to do after 7 days is charge you either $5 or $10 a month. But to prevent that from happening, cancel it right then and there after you sign up for the 7 days free. You will still get the 7 days, and then when it ends, you won't be charged. If at that point you're like, okay, my trial's up, but I still want to listen to more, then you can pay. You just sign up again. Or you're like, this sucks shit. Why did I even waste my time on this asshole? And you walk away. No biggie. That's how I do it on Patreon, and I hear from people all the time saying, oh, you idiot, don't tell them that they can cancel. Then you want to, like, I'm not a scam artist, you butt fuck. No, fuck you. I want to do that. I want them to listen because it's better than anything else that exists on the planet. And I know this. I'm just waiting for the rest of the world to catch up. I mean, I am to a point right now where I'm guessing that in about 5 or 6 millennia at this pace, I will have nearly 1/3 of the audience of Carl from Who Are These Podcasts. All right? Is that not incredible? So all I have to do is this for thousands of years, and a few hundred people might be able to enjoy it. Oh, my God. That's enough to get me up and moving every single morning. Look at Jeremy there. He says, I can't wait for Who Are These Zanes? God, that's funny. And then he says, the free trial was what hooked me. The Patreon content is great stuff. I know that. I'm just waiting for the rest of the 3 or 4 dozen people that I have a goal for the rest of my life to check it out. Okay? I know these things. All right. For those of you that are watching on Facebook, X, and YouTube, I will now say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for being here. And consider the Patreon, because tonight we'll be getting together and having a great time. So there you go. Thank you. Bye-bye. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. X is a product of Blue Frost IT. I have a spot on Vouch, which combines content creators with small business. It's a store, and you buy the products, and the small business takes advantage of your dollars and your patronage. You get the stuff. I get a small percentage of what you spend. It's a great deal. Vouch.store/Eric Zane. You can buy numerous products like Camp Craft cocktails, which are awesome. Split Rock coffee is available, either ground or whole bean. The toothbrush is awesome. I got a lot of great people loving the toothbrush. And not to mention dog snacks, dog supplements, dog food, yak sticks, things like that. And the Impact Massage gun. All available for you on my Vouch store. Speaking of Impact, Impact Power Sports, thank you. They are so awesome. ImpactPowerSportsMI.com is the website. ATVs, side-by-sides, UTVs, motorcycles, e-bikes, scooters, holy cow, zero-turn radius, lawnmowers, Yamaha golf carts, Michigan's newest distributor of Yamaha golf carts, all there for you. Get your fun stuff to have fun while you're kicking it up north. Impact Power Sports MI, 14 Mile Road in Rockford, Michigan. Go see them. Talking about Joe Martinez, A&E Heating and Cooling. He's awesome. Do this today. Call 616-516-8579. Why? Because your AC needs to be tuned up. I never do that easy. Yeah, I know. That's why the fucking thing has all sorts of dust, debris, pollen, dandelion shit that flies through the air, stuck on those metal fins, blocking the airflow, makes your machine work harder. You're going to use more energy to cool your home. You're going to shorten the life of your AC, and you're an asshole. Don't do that. Give him a man $79 and get that thing tuned up. He cleans it real well, and then he goes inside, works on all the mechanics and the electronics to make sure that things are doing what they're supposed to do to have an efficient AC unit. There you go. 616-516-8579. I will be at Berlin Raceway this weekend. Who's going? $14 gets you a ticket. We're going to go see the races together. Go to berlinraceway.com today. Get tickets. Tell me we all sit together at Berlin. $14 a ticket. Parking is free. 15 and under is free. Bring in a cooler with all your snacks and your beverages. No glass, no alcohol. I'll see you there. berlinraceway.com. Okay? All right. Excellent. Where am I? I don't even know. Patrick says Joe is a tune man, but not the tune man. Tune man, rocking and rolling you. Who are these Zanes? That is a homegrown intro to the show. Who are these Zanes? I love that so much. In fact, I want to hear it. Is this it? I think it is.
Tune man, rocking and rolling you.
Yes, we are loud and clear and live as hell, man.
Live as hell.
We're live as hell.
Rock and roll karaoke.
Why did I say karaoke?
Shut up, bitch! What's the problem?
What the fuck, Ben?
Tripping over my tongue.
Hey, Faithful!
We're going to have jerky all over our face, man.
You'll want to get drenched by this storm.
Chapow.
Dusty way, there's more to come.
Come on, man.
Yeah, there's a lot more to come.
Who are these Zanes?
It's horrible. Might have another one here. I don't think I do. Anyway, thank you, Chris. So cringeworthy. I just can't handle it. My God. All right. I'll see you just after 6 o'clock, probably about 6:15, 6:20, when we get going again for Who Are These Zanes? It'll be a lot of fun. I'm late to this story. This happened last weekend. It looks like ladies boxing. The women are finishing up the match. It's been a hard-fought match. I'm just going to play for you what happened, and then we'll discuss.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we please have a round of applause for these two world-class warriors? After 10 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision.
By the way, the Sugar Neeks is like a total babe.
Judge Oliveira scores the competition 95-95 draw.
And then this is the opponent. I don't want her to win because she looks like one of the bad guys in Lord of the Rings.
Judge Keatley scores the competition 96-94. And Judge Nakamura scores the competition 98-92 for your winner by majority decision. And still, the WBA.
Okay, I want you to pay attention here. Watch the ref. He already knows who's going to win.
The WBA.
And he tried to pull Sugar Neeks' arm up. He's confused. It's because he knows some information. He knows that Sugar Neeks won. But that's not what the announcer says.
Still, the WBA Women's Bantamweight World Champion, Nina Hughes.
The ref's confused. He's like, wait.
And Nina Hughes remains undefeated, 7-0 with 2 knockouts, winning pretty wide on one of really wide, 98-92. I didn't see that coming. On one scorecard, a 96-94 for Hughes, and the other judge 95-95 a draw. We definitely thought it was a close fight. It was reflected on 2 of the 3 scorecards, but Hughes remains champion.
Judge Oliveira scores the competition 95-95.
Wow.
Keatley
Wait.
scores the competition.
He made a
96,
mistake.
94. Nakamura 98-92 for your winner by majority. Fighting out of the blue corner.
He made a mistake.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
He made an epic
Never
mistake.
seen that before.
Oh my
Meanwhile, this little orc is pissed off.
my lord.
I have never seen that before. That's incredible. Wow.
Look at, she's got one boob. Oh my God, look at, she's got one titty right in between her.
Wow. Wow. I mean, what a roller coaster of emotions.
Wow.
So wait, you're telling me he announced 96-94 and 98-92 both for Hughes incorrectly? That is insane.
She can't believe it. Holy shit! That was for a world. That was a world title fight, by the way. How the fuck did he do that? Rich says the announcer pulled a Steve Harvey. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember Steve Harvey. Harvey. Donut Dan says perfect rematch setup. Yeah, hold on a second. Steve Harvey fucks up. That's all you have to type. Steve Harvey fucks up. It was Miss Universe 2019. He's like, hold on.
I have to apologize.
This chick is like, wait, what? By the way, any one of those chicks could qualify as most beautiful woman on the planet.
The first runner-up is Colombia.
The worst part of this is coming up.
Miss Universe 2015 is Philippines.
I like how Harvey soaked in it, you know? He let that breathe. He basically was like, I just fucked up. And then he gives it 30 seconds. That's what a pro does. And then poor Miss Columbia, they got to...
Miss Philippines, take your first walk as Miss Universe.
Oh, she doesn't know what to do.
Oh, this is awful. We talk about reality TV. That's reality.
Okay, they didn't show it, but they actually had to go and lift the crown off of Columbia and put it on the Filipino chick's head. Oh, my God. Oh. My God. Cole talked about how the announcer in that boxing clip is still acting excited 3 seconds after screwing it up. Oh, man. So this boxing announcer, he's taking it hard because people are letting him have it. Dan Hennessy is his name. Headline. Hennessy quits after backlash to calling the wrong winner, saying, I'm no longer the world's punching bag. Oh, that's very Kenny of him. A ring announcer who mistakenly called the wrong winner in the World Boxing Association title fight has quit because people let him have it on social media. Rightfully so. Adding that he will no longer be the world's punching bag. I won't be the world's punching bag. Ah, bullshit, you big pussy. Take your medicine, you dumb bitch. He wrongly announced England's Nina Hughes as the winner of the WBA bantamweight fight against New Zealander Australian Cherneka Johnson, which took place in Perth, Australia on Sunday on the undercard of the Vasily Lomachenko's fight against George Gambosos Jr. Hennessy took to Facebook after the fight to apologize and accept full responsibility for the mistake. Writing on Sunday, I own it. It's all on me. He added, I have apologized to all involved, and now I apologize to you. I'm sorry for what happened. Again, I own it and can only try and do better next time. Not my best day in the office. But come Tuesday, he changed his tune. Okay, so a little bit of time passes. He said he would be doing one more show before retiring from his job following worldwide backlash. Come on, man. Of course there's worldwide backlash. It was a whole country that was rooting for that chick. Give it a little time. Everything works out. If you just kept your mouth shut, you shouldn't even have said sorry. You're a boxing announcer in a fight that nobody gives a fuck about. You should have just pretended nothing happened. Well, whatever. Oops. Sorry. Accidents happen. What the fuck? He wrote, I love all the support from everyone. Thank you for all the kind words. Unfortunately, the worldwide backlash is absolutely incredible, and it's affecting my mental health. Oh, God. To a degree where I will have one more show ever. I am doing the show because I am still a man of my word. Yeah, but you're a puss. You weak-ass fuck. No. You dust yourself off, pussy. And you get your ass back in there. I got the SADS, so I can't do my job. His life's work. He's been doing this his whole life. Hennessy. God damn. Lighten up. Like it matters. Nobody gives a fuck. Hennessy added, I love and will keep in touch with all my friends from around the world. Thank you. No longer the world's punching bag. I'm out. Oh, God. That's horrible. What a thin-skinned twat. I mean, he was bad that he fucked up, but, you know, you take the abuse, you roll with it. Who gives a fuck? The world is tough. Tough times end. Tough people don't. Isn't that what it is? Tough times don't last. Yeah, that's it. Tough times don't last, asshole. Tough people do. Quit. You don't quit. Hughes told The Guardian that the scorecard decision and mix-up was devastating. We were all confident that I'd won, said the orc. So when they announced the scoring, I thought, oh, brilliant, I've got it, she said. I had my hands raised, and they had even one come over with their camera. I was just about to do the post-fight interview, but then they started dragging me back by the hand. I was thinking, what's going on? What's going on? And then when I heard the ring announcer start to announce the score again, I started to feel numb. She added, it's a weird feeling because I was really happy with how I performed, and I thought I did enough to win the fight. It's devastating that my world title has just been taken away from me. No, it was not. Your title was not taken away from you. You never had the title. Well, okay, I take it back. You had it, but then you lost it. You never, I hope you don't feel like you really retained it. You didn't retain it. You were the previous champion, and you were beaten by the hot chick. Johnson described her win as overwhelming and a roller coaster of emotions. The feeling is just something I've never experienced before, she told the MMA Hour podcast. It's pretty crazy watching it again. There were butterflies in my stomach. How do you go from such a low point to trying to celebrate such a high point? You know, was the comment. My God. All right. So that was just spectacular. What an event. Jeremy says big old Gregadile tears out of that announcer. Maureen says, did anyone die? No. Get over it. Kenny says, sounds like Maddie's impression. Chris from GR says, first Maureen wrote fucking oopsie, and Chris says that should be the whole statement. Fucking oopsie. Cole says, world's punching bag. No one knew who you were, and you'll be forgotten tomorrow. Exactly. Incredible. Incredible. I reached out to Kyle today from a company that used to market themselves on this podcast. May come back. I've been working on that. We will see. He's busy. He cannot talk to us. We are shut out. That's okay. All right. Aaron sent me an email on the Shoreliner striping inbox. He brought this up to me because of my problems with my man parts. He says, easy. In the interest of show code, which I don't really talk about that. That is not my, that was part of the Free Bear and Hot Wing show. I pretty much just tell you everything anyway. So this is his version of that. Subject line. He writes, I aged my balls 40 years and 4 days. You read that right. In the interest of show code, and since you have shared your ball updates, I figured I'd pass this ridiculous along. About 2 months ago, Easy, I started to get some kind of rash in my nether regions. I thought it was just a breakout from shaving. But eventually, the skin on and around my crank turned red, and it itched bad. After trying some antifungal creams and other nonsense that didn't work, I made an appointment with the doctor. Now, let me stop you right there. Whatever that doctor prescribes to you, There are people in this audience who think that you are making a mistake. Okay? Kenny, David in Hudsonville, and Joe Martinez think that whatever you hear from the doctor is incorrect. They've made that very clear. They are anti-physician. Okay? They've said that, and if they ever have problems, like the next hooker that Kenny hires to have sex with, and he gets a venereal disease, he is not going to go to the doctor. Okay? This we know. Anyway, let me get back to this. Aaron writes, the doctor prescribed me a steroid cream and said to use it for a week. Well, little did I know that this stuff is like hydrocortisone, but 100 times more potent. I lathered it on my sack and my dick twice a day for a week. On day 4, I started to notice that the skin and texture began to change, and not in a good way. More wrinkly than usual. And it felt like a half-deflated leather football. I thought, okay, maybe this is just the cream working and it's doing its job. Then he kind of dipped into Kenny mode, and he writes, I began to Google this issue, and lo and behold, this cream is not recommended for use in the groin area. Well, I mean, that actually is a notch in the score column for Kenny, David, and Joe Martinez. Because it sounds to me like you were given some bad advice by your physician. Oh my, how the worm has turned, literally. It not recommended for use in the groin area because it can cause thinning of the skin. Holy shit. He adds, in fact, it can actually be used as a treatment for guys who aren't circumcised to loosen their foreskin. Oh, yummy. I started to panic, Easy, that my crank was now permanently deformed into an 85-year-old man's saggy junk. I reached out to my doc, and I said, hey, man, I went to Google like Kenny does, and I got this info. He responded that nothing to worry about. You would have to use that cream for much longer to have that effect. This was slightly reassuring, but I'm still worried that it's not going to return to normal, and the doctor doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, you see, that's the problem. He does know what he's talking about. Okay? You gotta stop thinking like that. You gotta trust your physician. He prescribed me something else in the meantime, and I've just been applying moisturizer and praying to baby Jesus that my dick returns to normal. Son of a bitch. Please use this as a PSA to not apply steroid cream to your balls, even if the docs tell you so. God damn. You see, I think you're making a mistake there. Just do what he fucking says. Look, if you do what he says and your dick falls off, you know how wealthy you're going to be? Who cares? On a good note, my yogurt cannon is still functioning at 110% capacity. Well, how do you know that? Are you telling me that there's a significant other that actually you had sex with a significant other with your crank being all bleedy and chunky like that? With like clumps of meat falling off? Or did you just pound your pud onto your own face? Maybe, Easy, if we combine my cannon with your balls like Captain Planet, we can lay some pipe like a mid-90s porn star. You sick fuck. I wrote, holy shit, so did the doc originally tell you to put that on your balls? He writes, yes, that's why he prescribed it to me. In his defense, the packaging also mentions treating jock itch in the groin, so I assume that's what he's going by. Yeah, just listen to your doctor, dickhead. Knock this shit off. Tyler says, quote, sorry, honey, I think some of my foreskin sloughed off inside of you. Yeah, you can pick it out like a peel and eat shrimp. Rich says, Freeburn Hot Wings doesn't do the show code anymore unless it's something to brag about. When the listeners bring up something negative or embarrassing, the show either ignores it completely or make fun of the listener. Cole says, did he try going to a chiropractor? Kenny says, stop being so moronic. I'm not. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're the one who said big doctor and big medicine and big pharma. You and those other two twats, David in Hudsonville, who's probably like 7'5", Dutch and blonde, and Joe Martinez, who's probably having a fucking Dos Equis right now and sleeping one off for the noontime siesta. You're the 3 assholes who told me not to go to a doctor anymore. My God. You gotta go see your chiropractor. Your doctor's just trying to scam you, man, out of money for medicine. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead and use your medicine, big fraud. That's all you are, is a fraud. I told you what to do. You guys are stupid. You're stupid people is what you are. My God. All right. So there's a organization in the West Michigan area. It's called Wedgwood Christian Services. Like, you go there when you want some Christian services. I don't know what the fuck those Christian services might be. Maybe, I don't know, get a new Bible, help you with an adoption. I know what it's not supposed to be. Rape. Some fucking asshole just got sentenced while working for Wedgwood Christian Services for rape. Holy shit. Let's get to this asshole. Hold on, I don't hear shit.
Is headed to prison for taking advantage of vulnerable patients seeking help for their mental health. Before his sentencing today, Glenn Fisher addressed the court, asking the judge for mercy. 13 on your side's Lauren Baker has details on what the prosecutor, defense, and Fisher himself had to say.
Tense moments in a courtroom as a man learns his fate for what prosecutors say taking advantage of young girls.
The defendant knew why those girls were there. That's what makes this case so egregious.
A jury found Glenn Fisher guilty of numerous charges, including 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct. Prosecutors say while working at Wedgwood Christian Services, Fisher used items and the victims' vulnerabilities for his sexual desires.
He exploited their vulnerability by being nice to them. We heard their testimony how the defendant gave them food and money and jewelry and weed and alcohol and energy pills. He helped them escape from Wedgwood and give them a ride north to Bay City.
The defense disagreeing with the jury's verdict, saying he was a kind man.
I can tell this court that Glenn is smart. He is kind. He has family that cares about him very much. He cares about his family very much. He is very much looking forward to rejoining them after his period of incarceration is over.
The man him.
Yeah, that's all. That's all good info, but he's also a child rapist. There was 2 kids, they're 13, and they're probably going to talk about it here, but he won them over, and of the 2, he had sex with one of those kids.
Himself also spoke, saying he's connected with his spirituality and believes in redemption and mercy.
I've been able to be a blessing to people in jail the last 2.5 years. My parents brought me up in Christ, and nobody's perfect, Your Honor.
You see, there it is. You know, you can't say that. People who can say nobody's perfect are the guy who doesn't turn his blinker on before he changes lanes. It's the guy who forgets to add the salt to the margarita. It's the fellow who overcooks the burger at Bosco's. Nobody's perfect. You can't say, put your dick into a kid and say nobody's perfect.
I'll have bumps in the road, but I believe in redemption and I believe in healing.
But now he'll have to continue that.
I love it when judges have to hear that shit and they're like, shut the fuck up.
Journey behind bars for 7 to 15 years.
Lauren, has Wedgwood Christian Services said anything about this case?
Yeah, Juliet, they released a statement saying in part, quote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families of Glenn Fisher. Now that justice has been served, we hope the victims and their families can begin healing." Fisher will have to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. His defense say they do plan on appealing the decision. Juliet, back to you.
Lauren, thank you.
Can you imagine being a defense attorney?
Countryside Greenhouse is open every...
Oh, I love that place. My God, what a fucking asshole. Okay, then there's this one. This is a kid who identifies as a dude. This is like Maddie's boyfriend. Born a girl. Always felt like a dude. Back in the day, you'd call this kid a tomboy. That's what people would call Ash, a tomboy. Ash is not Ash's birth name. I don't even know Ash's birth name. Anyway, then Ash is like, fuck this shit. I've always done dude shit, man. All the other girls are talking about their periods, and I want to go change the brakes on my dad's car. I'm not kidding. Dressed like a dude, and then, finally people start saying, hey, I'm transitioning. Oh, thank God. That's what this kid is here. So the kid wore a suit to the prom. Thank you to Tyler for sending this. Wanted to dress like a dude. I give those kids all the credit that, they're true to themselves. And then the principal said, fuck you. Go home and put on girl clothes. I am not kidding you. The person is born a girl, I know that, but looks like a dude, walks into the prom wearing a fucking Calvin Klein suit. And the principal goes, not here. Go home and put on a dress, bitch. What the fuck?
Fortunately, that's the rules. She was not properly dressed for a female.
A girl at Mason Classical Academy in Collier County was excited to go to prom, but got turned away because she was wearing a suit. The school said it went against its dress code. Thanks for watching NBC2.
Oh, my God. They're so going to get sued. Of course, this is in Florida, and Florida is one of the worst places to be like this because the governor hates gay people.
And I'm Peter Bush, NBC2's Alexa.
Peter Bush with the story.
Velez talked to the girl and her mom who say the suit was never a problem at dances before.
Wow.
I was excited for it because one of my friends was actually
Sophie Savage.
driving down like 4.
Yeah, I don't even know if this is a transgender person. I have no idea. I'm just assuming because, well, she looks like a dude.
4 hours to meet us there and go with us.
Some people look like a dude, but they still like to be known as she. It happens. Hey, it's the world we live in. Get used to it.
And I think I took over like an hour getting ready.
Prom is a day that is meant to be special for teens. Something.
So it's like, why does it bother you? Why is that such a big deal to you, you fucking asshole? I'm talking to a hypothetical person who has a problem with her or him or it or they or he or she. I don't give a fuck. Whatever they want. It's not your problem.
They will remember for the rest of their lives. But Sophie Savage will remember prom night for other reasons, after she was denied entry to the Mason Classical Academy prom Saturday night.
That sounds like a very expensive school.
For wearing this suit, an outfit she says she felt comfortable and confident in.
And so when I was denied entry, they told me I could go back home and get a dress.
Oh.
But, one, I don't like wearing dresses. But then also, I don't own a dress.
Oh, yeah. We're talking all sorts of violations here. This should be millions of dollars.
Mason Classical Academy has a strict dress code for uniforms and school events.
All right, that might be a problem. This is a private school, too. And I think a lot of times in these private schools, no, because the law shouldn't make it so that they can deny someone's rights, I guess, right? Doesn't that make sense?
Prior to prom, these guidelines were sent to parents, depicting what is allowed for girls to wear to prom, only evening gowns or cocktail dresses. Sophie's mom, Holly, said when she asked Principal John DeMasi why her daughter couldn't get in,
I got the same answer, was the fact that unfortunately that's the rules. She was not properly dressed for a female, and that she could not, that when we paid the $85 for her prom ticket.
I don't know why the mom and the kid don't just say, well, I'm actually a dude.
That, that was us agreeing to the fact that, yes, we understood the dress code.
And so I was worried that they would deny me, but I didn't actually.
If I was in charge of that school and a student feels comfortable doing that, if you don't have the ability to read the room, that this is an exception for some pretty involved reasons. If you can't understand that, you're just not great at your job. You have to actually understand and discern that there is an opportunity here to do the right thing. And you are tied to this stupid, bigoted rule because you're an asshole. That's it. You are an asshole.
You think they would, just because I'd actually worn that suit at a previous dance before?
Yeah, and there you go. There's precedent for it.
Let me in.
And we reached out to Kelly Lichter, the president of Mason Classical Academy, for a comment, but she has not yet gotten back to us.
Gutless.
Reporting local in Naples, I'm Alexa Velez, NBC2.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. That's horrible.
We need to have a clear conscience toward.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see what you all say about this. Let's see. I want to go back. I want to go back and do it all over. Eddie Money. Maureen says, why does that asshole principal care what she wears? This is bullshit. Referring to the kid, the guy who raped the kid, Rich says, you believe in redemption. He better start believing in getting his asshole getting ready for his asshole to be forcibly filled every day. Jeremy says he believes in being redeemed. Bubba believes in rapists being redeemed. Or being reamed, actually. Pardon me. Blue State Rob says should have a free pass to kick the principal in the crotch right then and there. Rich says it's basically a costume party anyway. Let them wear whatever they like. It's not like it's not like her clam was hanging out. Chris says women wear pantsuits all the time. What the hell? Amy says no shit. What is this? The 1800s where women aren't allowed to wear pants? Jeremy says it's a great looking suit. What's the deal? Let people live. Maureen says, I hate wearing dresses. So uncomfortable. Jeremy adds, quote, it's okay for you to show your tits to the whole prom, but no suits. Bob says there was a girl that wore a suit/tux to prom when I went over 20 years ago. Who the hell cares? Cole says to Jeremy, exactly. Our girls need to be dressed. Exactly. Our girls need to be dressed like sluts. No suits. Cole says he didn't become the principal to see girls in suits. He wants cleavage and short skirts. Rebecca adds, out of all the issues in the world, that's what she's going to complain about. Or that's what he's going to complain about? I think it was a dude principal. Tyler says the principal has to wear a dress to school for a day for his apology. He's not going to apologize. All I remember about proms and school dances was the gear that my daughters wore. And as they would get closer to the big day, they would parade them around the house. And that was not great. Because, like, Jackie comes walking down the steps, or Madison would come walking down the steps, and Dinah's like, oh, cute. Oh, my God, cute. And I'm like, can I talk to you for a minute? I go, what the fuck? Where did they get this? Sluts.com? What? Oh, shut up. They all wear that. That's what they all wear. If you do what I think you want to do and make them not wear that, that's going to be horrible. All the girls dress like that. I go, like sluts? This is a slut thing? Does it say you must dress like a slut? Because that's what they look like. Shut up. You don't know shit. Fuck you. I'm like, Jesus, Diane, in order to wear that dress, they need 2 haircuts. Ugh. My God. That was before Madison started stop dressing. Well, she still kind of dresses like that. She dresses girly at times, but she also dresses dudeish. So she's got a large bit of choosing to do based on how she feels. Being that she is a homosexual. She always laughs when I call her that. I go, so what's like in the world of lesbians? How's it going? Tell me about your lesbian world. Tell me about your homosexual world. I want to know all. I want to know all about it. I love them so much. She knows I pick on her, so don't think that I'm doing something like out of school. I'm only doing that to be silly. And she's got a wonderful sense of humor, so just relax. And you all know that I love the gays. I still have to order my free Dad Hugs Here shirt. I want you all to join me at this year's Pride event. I'm going to be down there with the Queen of the Forest. We're going to go hug some gays. And I got to do man on the street. I got to talk to one of those guys who wears that dog mask with the chain and the other dude holding it. I got to know what's going on there. And then Madison says to me, she goes, oh, they're weird. I go, you can't say that. What the fuck is wrong with you? You got bumper stickers that say, accept everybody, coexist, fuck around, find out, Deathly Hollows, Dreamcatcher, all that shit, Squishmallows, remember Stonewall Riot, 1969, and then you're dogging guy who wears dog mask. That's bullshit. Maureen says, what is the date of the Pride event? I don't know. Grand Rapids Pride 2024. Okay, the big festival. And by the way, the food trucks there. Oh, my God. June 21. Wait a minute. It says on June 21, 1988, the first Pride celebration was held there. When is this fucking thing? I don't know. It says June 22nd, 2024. Noon to 10 p.m. All right. It's going to be sweet. You know who's going to be there? Bender Bones. Bender Bones is going to be there. By the way, I haven't heard a lot about that, what I talked about yesterday, that football player. I already forgot his name. The guy for the Chiefs. Butker, Harrison Butker. All that anti-gay shit he said, and said that women. He's talking to a room full of boys and girls who are graduating. So 22-year-olds generally who've just finished a lot of hard work at this school. And he looks all the women stone cold in the face and says, the best career you're going to do is be a homemaker. Oh, my God. What a fucking asshole. All the chicks should have gotten up, and nobody said anything. That's what bothered me, too. None of the fucking faculty, none of the students. The chicks should have got up and tackled him, ripped off his pants, and one of them should have put on a dildo and rammed him right up the ass, right there on the stage. That's what should have happened. And then they should have gangbanged him. Every chick there should have then taken the dildo off and strapped it on and just jammed it right up his ass repeatedly and say, this is what happens. Okay? You fucking asshole. Jesus. My God. All right. Where am I here? Boy, I've had fun today. Thank you, as always, to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. You can find them right in the middle of Grand Rapids along 44th Street, 616. It's kind of in the hood. 616-532-6600. ervines.com. That's ervines.com online. Go check out all their amazing 5-star reviews. They're just shy of a 5-star review. I think officially it's 4.9995 stars. 616-532-6600. And that's not easy to do when you have 13 or 14,000 reviews. To have that average, come on now. 616-532-6600. Free loaner car when you drop your car off to get repaired. No matter where you are in the U.S., you can get all of the all of your healthcare questions answered by Frank Fuss. He is a licensed independent insurance agent / broker. All right. And you go to buyinsurancehere.com. There's several things he can help you with. First of all, let's talk about life insurance. If you're married and have kids, even if you're single, why not take your wonderful life, which you're in excellent health, and spend a few bucks a month and insure your life? Now, in this example, I like to think about, let's say, Matt Kuipers. I think he has 5 young children. I'm pretty sure he has 5 young children. Anyway, if something happens to Matt, like let's say he's at Berlin with me this weekend, and he gets in a fight with a hillbilly who has hillbilly strength and throws him over the fence, and he gets run over by one of the cars. He's dead. Who's going to take care of his wife and kids? Well, his wife's going to have to. Wouldn't it be nice if she didn't have to work? Well, Matt's going to go and he's going to call Frank Fuss and get a life insurance policy, and he's going to pay about, I don't know, $40 a month, and he's going to get about $400,000 of life insurance because he's super preferred because he's so healthy and young. And then, you know, the wife is like, oh my God, Matt, he's dead. Oh my God, the life insurance guy is going to come over and say, this is a death benefit. I hate that I have to make this appearance. But your husband was smart enough to buy a life. She's give me that fucking check. And she's going to cash that shit. And that's going to make her life a lot easier. So you were smart in this scenario. So now she can bury you nicely. And then she's got money and proper investments. She can probably do okay for the rest of her life. That was because you were smart enough to buy insurance. Don't be a fucking asshole and not insure your life. Call Frank today or reach out to Frank at buyinsurancehere.com. Dick. Finally, my last sponsor today is also someone that it doesn't matter where you are in the audience, you can take advantage of this. When it comes to getting a mortgage, you want to buy a home. I know you're sitting there going, oh, wait till the interest rates go down. Well, you're going to wait too fucking long, okay? Get in the house now, and then when they drop, you can refinance. And then you've been paying it off for months or years, okay? This will be the hardest thing you do. Reach out to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505, 231-332-6505. Thank you so much. They'll get you into a mortgage today. Joe Martinez says, I wonder if Frank can get you chiropractor coverage because you need it. Funny. David says, if you trust the doctor like EZ, you better see Frank and buy lots of life insurance. Joe Martinez says, I don't trust doctors, senor, and especially EZ. Well, if you don't trust doctors, did you trust the doctor that delivered your grandchildren Or were you over their shoulder going, ay, 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 senor, you're doing it wrong. Hands off that young child. Is that, I can just imagine you actually having the nerve to tell normal thinking humans like Maria and David to not go to the OBGYN. In Mexico, we just have it at home in the hut. You just said, don't trust doctors. So Joe Martinez is trying to tell David and Maria to not go see the OBGYN, and all they do is roll their eyes at you. It's like, oh, fuck. The old man's fucking A. God damn it. They just go, oh, okay. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, no doctor. I like that. Huh. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it. That is my podcast. Time for the asshole of the day. Joe says, it's not the same thing, senor. It is still the same thing. You just said it. It's so easy to defeat you in an argument. I just use your words. Yesterday, Tom Brady was the asshole of the day, but it should have been Harrison Butker. So I'm going to do my first ever day after asshole of the day. You know? It's fun. Harrison Butker is the asshole of the day. Congratulations, you fucking asshole. I hope that guy gets paralyzed. I hope it's one of those deals where he does the kickoff and the other team's running it back and there's one man to beat and it's the kicker. And like the whole team just hammers him and his fucking head flies off. Oh my God, I would love that. Holy shit. Okay. Thank you, Sarah, so much, folks. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you down the road. Till next time, remember, Joe Martinez says if you're pregnant, his words, don't trust the doctor. Till next time, thank you, folks. Bye-bye.